used to stay after school in the library almost every day, not because I liked studying. I just didn't like going home early. One evening, around 6 p.m., the librarian told me I could leave because they were closing the top floor for maintenance. I packed my bag and headed out, but I realized I forgot my math notebook in classroom 4B. That room was on the restricted 4th floor. Normally, it's locked, but that day, the door was slightly open. I should have just left it, but I went in anyway. The lights weren't on, but the hallway light spilled inside enough to see the desks. My notebook was on the teacher's desk. As I walked up to grab it, I heard something behind me. A chair scraping. Slowly, like someone had just stood up. I turned around. Nothing. I grabbed my notebook faster now. Then I heard whispering. Not loud, not clear, but definitely coming from the back row. I told myself it was just the building settling, until my phone buzzed. A notification from the school app. All students must evacuate. No one is allowed on the 4th floor after 5 p.m. due to repeated security incidents. I froze, because I wasn't supposed to be the only one there. And I wasn't. From the far corner of the room, a chair slowly turned toward me, but no one was sitting in it. There's a desk in our class that no one ever sits in. It's always empty. Not because it's assigned that way, but because everyone refuses to sit there. When I first transferred to the school, I didn't understand why. So I asked my friend. He just said, "That seat is bad luck." I laughed it off and sat there anyway during group work. Nothing happened that day. But the next morning, I found a note inside my desk. It said, "You took my seat." I assumed it was a prank, until I noticed something strange. Whenever I looked at the empty desk next to mine, I could swear someone was sitting there, out of the corner of my eye. But when I turned, it was empty. Then came the second note, this time inside my bag. "Why are you still here?" I stopped telling people about it, stopped looking at the desk. But one day, during exam period, I felt someone lean close behind me, and I heard breathing, right next to my ear. A whisper followed. "You can leave now. I'm back." When I turned around, the desk was occupied, and I was suddenly the one standing outside the classroom. I used to take the late bus home from school because of club activities. Every night, I waited at the same stop alone. One evening, I noticed something odd. A school bus pulled up earlier than usual. It was empty. The door opened. The driver didn't look at me. He just said, "Get in. You're late." I hesitated. I didn't recognize the bus number. But I was tired, and it was starting to rain, so I got on. The inside was freezing cold. No lights on except the faint glow from the front. No passengers. I asked, "Is this the school route?" No answer. Just the engine humming. As we drove, I noticed something strange outside the window. The streets looked wrong. Empty buildings. No streetlights. No people. Then I saw my school, but it looked abandoned. Broken windows, overgrown gates, like it had been closed for years. I turned to the driver. "Hey, this isn't right." He finally looked at me through the mirror and said something I'll never forget. "This is the route for students who never made it home." The bus kept driving, but the road ahead wasn't there anymore. Just darkness.